What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Rugby 20 video. Today I'm going to be talking about the teams that I want to see in the game. Now these are teams that probably won't be in it, but I would love to see. It would probably make the game so much better. And yeah, I generally think that, like I said, it would make the game so much better. But let's go ahead and get into the video. Welcome back to another video on the Rugby channel. Please make sure you go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the notification button, as well as please go ahead and follow us on our social media platforms to be up to date with the channel. Okay, so my first team I think should be in the game is Brazil. Now Brazil is slowly growing in the rugby whole nation and stuff, and I do believe one day they will get to their first ever Rugby World Cup. It's growing a hell of a lot out there with sevens and also competing in the America's Rugby Championship. And compared to a couple of years ago to now, Brazil are doing pretty well. And yeah, I for one would absolutely love to see Brazil featured in Rugby 20. Whether it's unlicensed or not, I feel like it would just be such a cool attribute to have into the game. And if you are a rugby developer watching from EKO Software, please, for the love of God, put Brazil in the game, because I think it would be so awesome. Okay, so next up is another national team that I think that should be in the game, and that is Germany, because Germany are they're a tier 2 nation, obviously, and they are kind of slowly developing with the game. I do feel that by adding smaller nations like this into the game, it would help the whole rugby as a sport grow in those certain nations, especially considering Rugby 20 is going to be a European-made game. So by having mainly all the European teams in it, it would help things a lot with European rugby. And like I said, with Germany as well being one of the lower nations when it comes to rugby, by adding them in a game, even if it's even if officially licensed, surely officially licensed Germany team wouldn't cost too much to have, just because it's a lower nation. They probably never really get featured in games, so like I said, it shouldn't really cost a hell of a lot of money. Even an unofficial version would be cool. Another nation that I think should be in the game is Portugal. Now, again, Portugal, just like Germany, isn't exactly one of the biggest nations when it comes to rugby. But, again, they are better than Germany. And I do feel that Portugal would be a cool one to have in the game as well. Because by having as many European teams as you can have, or as many rugby nations as you can have in the game, it would be pretty awesome. Like I said, even if it's just unlicensed, it would still be quite cool, because you could edit the names of the players yourself, and if they add a feature in where you can change the logos and stuff, that it would still be pretty awesome, and it would solve the whole issue of not having licensing for certain teams. So Portugal, I feel, would be quite a cool one. Next up, I feel this is an essential one coming up, I think, and that is Romania. Romania didn't reach the Rugby World Cup this year. That's because they were disqualified for fielding players that aren't actually Romanian, or aren't qualified to be playing for Romania as of just now. So yeah, that's why they didn't really make it into the Rugby World Cup, and that's why they didn't make it into the first beta of Rugby 20, because they weren't actually in the Rugby World Cup. So like I said, I feel like Romania should really be an essential team for them to get licensed for. Rugby is massive in Romania, and I feel like it would be a license that they really miss out if they don't have it in the game. Next up then is the last national team of the video, and that is Spain. Again, I feel Spain literally narrowly missed out on the Rugby World Cup this year, and I really feel that it would be a quite cool nation to have. Just like the rest of them, Spain is kind of growing with rugby, and they are getting better and better every single year, especially when it comes to the qualification process for the Rugby World Cup. This year they narrowly missed out. A couple of years now, they have been competing towards the top of the Division 2 of the Six Nations as well, which is Rugby Europe. And like I said, I feel like it would be quite a cool team to have in Rugby 20. So next up is a club that I feel that would be quite awesome to have, and that is FC Barcelona. Now, I know you're probably thinking, like, what the hell, this is a football team. Well, with Barcelona, they actually have loads of different sport clubs, and one of them is rugby. They have like handball and volleyball and stuff like that, and basketball. And like I said, one of them is rugby. So if you are a new rugby fan and you're coming from football, and you play the game and you have an official licensed Barcelona team in it, you're going to want to play as them. And I feel like that would be pretty awesome to have. The Barcelona team play in the top Spanish league, But you don't necessarily have to have the Spanish League. You can just have one of these and then just play them against like Ospreys and stuff like that. I think it would be pretty awesome to promote the game even more, and it wouldn't cost too much. Next up, then we have what I can never remember the name. Is it NCSC? It's a Russian team, and it is also one of the greatest Russian clubs in Russia for rugby. Again, I feel like just having this alone, you don't necessarily have to have the Russian league in it, but just having this team would make more Russian fans want to play the game as well, because obviously this is the biggest club in Russia for rugby, and again, you could put them into like a European Cup and stuff like that, kind of like what FIFA did when it comes to just having the license for certain teams, like rest of the world teams. Finally then, which is our last one to talk about, it is Rugby Locomotive in Tbilisi in Georgia. This is one of Georgia's most professional clubs. They have competed in the European Rugby, I do believe. I could be wrong with that one, or I might be thinking of something else. I may be thinking of something else. But yeah, they are the most professional club in Georgia when it comes to rugby. And by having these, just like the Russians, by having this, it would help promote club rugby in Georgia. And again, to be able to play as your club would be pretty awesome if you're a Georgian fan. So that's why I feel like these teams should be in the game. It would make the game so much better. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comment section, what teams would you want to see in Rugby 20 that is unrealistic to happen, but that you feel would make the game so much better. Please let me know in the comment section. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. We upload I cannot talk. We upload rugby videos every single week guaranteed, as well as loads more Rugby 20 videos, so please stay tuned for all that, as well as loads of Rugby Challenge 4 videos as well. Literally anything to do with rugby gaming we cover, anything to do with anything rugby we cover. So if you are a massive rugby fan, please go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, please follow me on social media as well to stay up to date with all my rugby news that I don't put in my videos. And yeah guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I've been Andrew. I will see you in another upload. Peace out guys.